then slip away. Golden light on a fragile stage, your name carved in a fleeting page. Crowds lean in but the sound won't last. Every cheer becomes the past. Every dream feels like a crown, but the silence pulls you down. Yeah. 15 minutes glory, you shine, you fade, unfinished story. 15 minutes of flame, they change your name, then it's never the same. Na 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 na, na na. Glory fades so fast. Na na na. Trade your soul for another view. Every smile feels borrowed, never true. Glitter blinds, but it doesn't stay. Shadows wait when the lights decay. Clock's ticking, can't rewind. 15 minutes, you're out of time. Glory's just a fragile drug. Take too much and you lose the love. I see the cracks behind the screen. Not every crown is what it seems. 15 minutes glory, then you shine, you fade, unfinished story. 15 minutes of flame, they change your name, then it's never the same. Na 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 na, na. Glory fades so fast. Na 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 na. Glory fades so fast. 15 minutes glory. 15 minutes of flame. 15 minutes of glory, then you're just a ghost in the story. 15 minutes glory, then you're just a ghost in the story. Whispers fade, the crowd moves on, but the hunger keeps you singing that song. Cracks are running through the night, seconds bleeding out of sight. The clock is trembling, silence cuts. I can't rewind. Shattered hands keep pointing nowhere. Every promise vanished in the cold air. Streetlights blur, my body feels weak. Memories scream, but they never speak. Every second marks another scar, chasing minutes that were never ours. Try to hold the fire, but it burned too fast. Time slips through, nothing ever lasts. Hours fade, slipping through my hands, quiet like the rain. I can't make a stand, shadows pressing, crossing every line. I'm still here, but the night's not mine. Hours fade, slipping through my hands, quiet like the rain. I can't make a stand, shadows pressing, crossing every line. I'm still here, but the night's not mine. Neon veins cutting through this sleepless town. Echoes vanish, nothing left around. 15 minutes dressed up in gold, but the crowd disappear with you.
Slipping slowly out of sight. Not enough, never mind. Drifting down, lost in time. The mirror smiled, but it wasn't me. A phantom stitched in borrowed skin. Shadows move before my frame. A parasite fed by my name. Teeth like glass behind the grin. A phantom voice beneath my skin. Phantom eyes, they haunt my sleep. Phantom hands, they cut too deep. Every mask becomes a grave. Every smile, the ash I crave. The body lies, the spirit roars. A phantom crawling through closed doors. Don't ask if I am real. I'm static dressed in skin. I'm absence with a pulse. I'm the wound that doesn't close. Phantom eyes, they haunt my sleep. Phantom hands, they cut too deep. I don't fade, I fracture slow. Yeah, 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 and you will never know. Silk of shadow draped across your pulse. I've traced your ghost beneath the hush of your lungs. Cold haze lingers on the curve of sound. A silent magnet pulled to who I've become. You breathe a secret that fights to escape. I'm the quiet orbit you orbit but never touch. Scarlet hiss against my throat. A vow dissolves, soft, precise. I don't shatter, I calibrate fear. I'm the stillness you can't untwist. That breath in the dark you can't quite place. Your lips part like ricocheting scars. You traded warmth for the echo of my name. Under moonlight I glide, not broken but brewed. The secret river you can't escape. I am the hush in your beating, a confined pulse calling you home. Scarlet tongue
That breath you held, you hold me now. Scarlet seed that never yields, the vow that thrives beyond the field. You felt the heat but never burned. You're the hush that I learned. A silver crack beneath the skin, a whisper in the bone. The fracture hums like a language carved in stone. I turned away from the chorus of the crowd, but silence only stitched its teeth into my back. Every ghost I fed with bloodless words returned, their shadows gnawing soft and marrow, their verdict written in the fault lines of my sleep. A voice in shards, mirror split. Gravity bends, but I won't submit. Fracture, the seam that sings inside. Not a wound, but a vow I hide. Shards of silence, all I cannot fake. Ooh, what I gave is mine, not yours to claim. The wolves circled, patient with their hunger, waiting for the smallest cut to bloom. Every promise tasted like iron in my mouth, every kindness mirrored back as chains. I chose the solitude of scars over the feast of teeth, but still the fracture glowed. A lantern born from broken glass, a voice in shards, a mirror split. Gravity bends, but I won't submit. Fracture, the seam that sings inside. Not a wound, but a vow I hide. Shards of silence, all I cannot fake. Ooh, what I gave is mine, not yours to claim. Let the ghost devour their portion, let the wolves inherit what they crave. I will bleed in silence, but the fracture is my scripture, a gospel carved in trembling hands. No crown, no altar, no kingdom to betray, just a break that proves I still remain. Fracture, the seam that sings inside. Not a wound, but a vow I hide. Shards of silence, all I cannot fake. Ooh, what I gave is mine, not yours to claim. Fracture, and still I remain. You walk in shadows dressed like flame. La 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 la, low distant, but I can see the cracks, I can see the shame. Your charm is just a parasite, dressed up in silk disguise. Every word a hollow cage, every smile a dying lie. I move like fire under skin, I burn the guilt you hide within. No heart on sleeve, no fragile frame. You push too close, I raise the flame. You wanted heat, now bleed the burn. You reach for more, but never learn. No explanation, no regret. Cross the line, it's in your flesh. Midnight text like broken glass. I watch your kingdom turn to ash. You bite your lip, but I see through. I'm not a dream, I'm not for you. I don't submit, I carve the truth. Your cage is thin, I tear it loose. I don't
leave notes, I leave the sand. Blood in the mirror, ghost in your hand. Breathless sparks across your chest. I'm the silence that won't confess. Ashes fall, the night takes form. You wanted calm, I am the storm. You wanted heat, now bleed the burn. You reach for more, but never learn. No explanation, no regret. Cross the line, it's in your flesh. You wanted heat, now bleed the burn. You reach for more, but never learn. No explanation, no regret. Cross the line, it's in your flesh. I don't stay, I don't remain. You felt the truth beneath your veins. Signed in smoke, no return. I say I'm fine, bro, don't ask twice. Inside I'm breaking, but I roll the dice. Damn, it's heavy, but I play it cool. Fake a grin like it's April Fool. I laugh too loud just to hide my mess. Low-key drowning in this black dress. Bruh, they clap but they never know. I keep my pain where the lights don't go. Don't need your pity, I lock that shit. Smile on stage when my heart don't fit. Whoa, I bite the night, sugarcoat it, but it's not right. I let it slide. Nobody sees what I hold inside. I joke too fast when my chest feels weak. I don't know why, but the cracks still leak. Bruh, it's fine, I just laugh instead. Scribble my truth on a beat, half dead. They don't need to know, it's safer so. I'm a screen turned off, but I still glow. Whoa, I bite the night, sugarcoat it, but it's not right. I let it slide. Nobody sees what I hold inside. I bite the night, sugarcoat it, but it's not right. I let it slide. Nobody sees what I hold inside. Hold my breath. Don't confess. Keep it locked, no address. Whoa, I bite my tongue. Damn this silence weighs a ton. Na 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 na. I twist my mind, but I act okay. Leave the truth behind. The hidden sun above me, weight carved deep in my chest. Black horizon pressing down like a verdict I never asked for. Sirens outside can't drown the choir inside my skull. I turn chaos into rhythm, every crack becomes a drum. Locked doors line the road, but I pocketed their blueprints. Ran across collapsing ground and still refused to fall. Ash clings to my shoes, but I chase visions too vast for paper. Silence became my witness, every shadow became a guide. Voices in my head, the night tries to drown me. Cold hands reach, but they can't hold me. I won't break. Eclipse in my chest. Silent in the dark, but the dream won't die. Through the night, still alive, still I fight.
Shadows press the glass while I stay silent. The city drags its feet as I construct tomorrow in unseen corners. Endless night carves me sharp. I don't need applause to justify a flame I've caged. The weight feels brutal but lighter than the years I carried doubt, heavier than any chain. I try to turn visions into bread, try to spin survival into something resembling purpose. Hours collapsed into conversations with ceilings, with moons that whisper patience cuts.
Whispers in my skull, the night pulls harder, but every scar I wear makes my step sharper.
I won't break. ECLIPSE in my chest, silent in the dark, but the dream won't die. Through the night, still alive, still I fight. Dreams in my chest so heavy they rattle me awake, forcing me to rise when the streets lie comatose. Every fracture of doubt sparks against the dark, guiding me forward while the hidden sun waits behind the horizon.
The sky reminds me what I'm building is larger than fear, stronger than silence, heavier than the weight I've carried alone. The weight I've carried alone.
I gave with open palms, no legend, no lines. Every moment I shared was free by design. You count like I owe, but the numbers aren't real. Love is a gift, not a contract to seal. You reach like the daylight demanding its flame, but kindness was never a debt in my name.
Don't twist my silence into change. Don't turn my mercy into games.
Like coins on a scale, but the gifts with no price are the ones that prevail. The heart that I opened was mine to release, not yours to rewrite, not yours to police. Take what was offered, don't twist it with claims. Unwritten, unbroken, don't bury my name.
Don't cage compassion, don't rewrite. Don't drag devotion into fight.
Don't twist my name. What was mine to give is not yours to claim.
You can't bind me, unwritten in moves. You can't define me, cage me. Don't push, just let it be. What I gave was light, not currency.
You can't demand what was born free. It stays unwritten.
Awake in the fall, still breathing. Awake in the fall, still breathing in the collapse.
Heavy days, pockets full of rust, locked in a mind I can't trust. Smile in the mirror with teeth on edge, walking through frames that refuse to end. Memories crack like glass in the rain. Every scar whispers part of my name. I keep moving, patched in black. Dreams collapse, but I don't turn back. People say I'm strong, keep the mask tight. They don't see the storms that chew my nights. Truth sits heavy pressed in in my chest, but I spit it in rhythm and call it progress. Wide awake inside the pain, falling slow but stuck in the frame. Scars carved deep like vows I keep. I rise again, though the night won't sleep. Running from a fire I never set, chasing horizons that stay unmet. Every blessing feels like a chain, tight in the lungs, carved in the brain. I love it fades, the echo pulls back, but I still show up, heart wrapped in black. Cry in the dark with the beat in my head, alive but misread, not broken, just bled. Rooms talk louder the deeper I sink. God stays quiet, static fills the link. Silence won't kill what the pulse can't fake. I turn my ruin into steps I take. Wide awake inside the pain, falling slow but stuck in the frame. Scars carved deep like vows I keep. I rise again, though the night won't sleep. If I collapse, let it echo in glass. If I bleed, let the ink outlast. Buried deep, but I won't resign. Awake in the ruin, the breath is mine. Wide awake inside the pain, falling slow but stuck in the frame. Scars carved deep like vows I keep. I rise again, though the night won't sleep. Wide awake inside the pain, falling slow but stuck in the frame. Scars carved deep like vows I keep. I rise again, though the night won't sleep. Awake in the fall, still breathing. I press my veins against the stone until they bruise. Splinters in my palm, humming hymns I never learned. The ceiling bends with weight I never asked to bear. Its cracks write scripture across my chest. Every step echoes like teeth on brittle wood. I drink the dust to remember I'm still breathing. I can't close the wound, every seam bleeds open. These veins still burn, ash falling slow, but it never turns. No, my marrow shakes. No, what the fever takes. The mirror coughs back a stranger's gaze. Veins drawn tight like ink across glass. I left a lantern glowing just to curse the dark hall, but its flame bowed low beneath the ruin of my hands. The wolves bite softly, they wait for me to kneel. I feed them pieces I no longer feel. I can't pull it out, every breath drives deeper. These veins still burn, ash falling slow, but it never turns. No, my marrow shakes. No, what the fever takes. I wrote your absence in splinters and bone, letters carved crooked in a language of ruin. Every vowel tastes like rust in my throat. Every consonant drags its teeth across my lungs. My ribs are tired of carrying strangers, but they still bend, still beg, still break in your name. These veins still burn, ash falling slow, but it never turns.
believe it takes the air taste of iron, and my tongue carries the ash. Your hands were lanterns in the ruin, flickering maps I could never read. I followed anyway. The ceiling bent like it carried a verdict. Hairline cracks, spelling words I couldn't speak. Salt crept through the walls and I drank it down to prove I was still breathing. Shards hid in my mouth, each syllable another cut. You call it love, I call it ruin. You call it faith, I call it human. No sacred lie, no final word, only the echo no one heard. Your outline burned into the horizon, but every horizon was only smoke. The floor kept the memory of steps you never took. Its grain whispered back the absence. Lanterns stuttered, and every thread I tied unraveled. Unmask the horror or I'll tear the veil. Show me the ruin, jagged and pale. If there is a God, let him weigh this throat. Strike now, strike hard, or abandon it whole. You name it grace, I name it hollow. You call it truth, I call it borrowed. No crown, no oath, no holy cord, only the rest that won't be ignored. I held your frame like scripture, but scripture bends when wet with blood. Every prayer I spoke tasted of static and ashless smoke. The sky collapsed and I wore it as a second skin. Your hands, still lanterns, but the light has fled. You call it love,